Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching in the world. Sean Driver, the Red Horde, and it's something different. It's game day in ice hockey, for those that are wearing the Maple Leaf. And how the hell are you this morning? Yikes. It's early. I just decided to jump on, make sure everything was running, get this thing all going, and we are up. I got a couple of you. Hi, Jed. How are you? Don't mind me as I get everything set up all on the fly. I can't believe it's a gold medal hockey game in hockey. I can't believe that I'm doing this live. But I figured I'm going to be watching this thing. Might as well do it with some people who enjoy the chat, who enjoy each other's company. If we pull in some other people here, then that's great. And if not, we'll figure it out. Sheffield Wednesday's going down, so W&G gets to add the normal of course of events and give us the updates. I don't know for you guys if you're fans of hockey, familiar with hockey. I'm familiar with hockey, with all that sort of stuff. If you even know why this is a bit of a Canadian homage, even though politically I don't necessarily agree with everything Don Cherry stood for. I was trying to think of what's Canadian, and I kind of figured I had to put on the red suit. So just don't mind me as I get everything going in the background here, and see where we're at. The scoreboard got changed and modified to count down and to add for power plays and all that sort of fun stuff as we get ready to soak up what I assume is going to be an absolutely nutty game. Most predictions that I have seen have been a 3-2 win one way or the other, with most going into overtime. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be a tight. We're 20 minutes away from puck drop. I almost said kickoff. Old habits die hard. So you guys will have to let me know. Diandra, I'm here for you. That's the whole plan. We'll talk about offsides. We'll talk about icing. We'll talk about penalties. We'll deal with it as we go through everything. We can go through the roster and the lineups and what to expect. I'm going to try to make sure that for my American friends that I have that are Wrexham fans, and if you are joining me late, yeah, Diandra, I was just nervous because my OBS was messing up a little bit yesterday and nervous connecting things, and I wanted to make sure I got it right. So I haven't put it up yet intentionally because I wasn't sure that the link wasn't going to grab it and connect me to that instead of this. And so just being a little bit extra nervous, I decided I would leave it alone. So let's talk about this as far as a build up through the tournament. I haven't put anything up. Let's talk about the rosters that are there. Let's talk about where I think the differences are going to be. Maybe we can get through some of the side stories, all that sort of stuff. As the tournament hasn't been one that necessarily followed the script. Let's start at the very beginning. No Russian athletes at the Olympics. I have no issue with that decision. I think it's the reasonable one and the appropriate one in the circumstances. But it is important to note that there is one team that felt aggrieved right from outset. And interesting. Oh, I see. They showed the women's hockey, which obviously that one went down into overtime. A late goal, 2 minutes. I'm assuming it does compared to everything else. I haven't looked up the OT rules, but they will go to 3-on-3. So 6 skaters aside, one of them being the goalkeeper, 5 out, so consider it 11. We've got 6. 1 stands in net, 5 up forwards, 3 forwards, 2 defense. And we'll jump through some of the rosters here and the lineups just momentarily. I don't have anything prepped because it was a late night and it's an early morning. Why is this not showing the men's tournament, not qualification? I want the men's tournament so I can bring that. Here we go. Teams were divided, so 12 teams total make the tournament. They put into 3 groups of 4 on Czechia. Something unique. Canada won all 3 games. They won a +17. They started the tournament off with a 5-1 win over Switzerland, who a solid team. Obviously, they finished second in the group, but it gives you sort of a disparity between. At the moment, there's 2 powerhouse teams. There's 2 traditional, always sort of their teams, and then there's 2 that knock on the door. And so those teams, Canada, U.S. right now, class of the world. Then you've got Sweden and Finland that are typically consistent in their performances, being around the top 6, and then after them you've got Slovakia and Czechia, the two countries of the former Czechoslovakia, now separated, and they appear and disappear through things. Group B was the surprise. Slovakia ended up with a 4-1 win over Finland, and I talk about their consistency, and Finland always being there. And so there ended up being Slovakia beats Finland and 4-1, then Sweden beats Slovakia 5-3, and Finland beats Sweden 4-1. So they all beat each other, and relatively handily. So on the last day, Slovakia ends up finishing top of the pool just because not on points as our goal difference between the teams, not overall, because they all sort of beat up on Italy a little bit. And then the United States, they walked through theirs. They beat Latvia. They haven't been tested. The U.S., and maybe that's because they're just that strong. Who knows? 5-1 over Latvia, 6-3 over Denmark, 5-1 over Germany. So they all get put into pool play. They walk through it. Canada gets through late goal and an OT goal against Czechia to advance. Then they get late goals back-to-back in the final minutes to beat Finland. So they've been into it. Where the United States, they had a 2-1 tough match against Sweden, and then they thumped Slovakia a couple of days ago to make their way into the final. Let's just jump into the rosters here if I can. We'll talk about that. I'll go back to the chat because I've been ignoring it. There is a Hockey World Cup, but it's not the same. We struggle for best on best. We the IIHF, Diandra, is... Oh, and I didn't bring this up. Live chat. Why is that not up on my screen? It should be. Let me bump this up. Sometimes the live chat just doesn't want to work, and right now it doesn't want to work. I will refresh and see if I can get this to go. To go back to your question. Let's bump around. Good morning, Ruth. How are you? There we go. Is there a Hockey World Cup, and do the Olympics affect the world rankings? I mean, the world rankings don't mean anything, and I'll tell you why. Is the IIHF is the governing body for hockey, considered like the equivalent of FIFA for us football players. And it plays at the same time as the Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup is the highest club championship in hockey. It's played in the NHL, the National Hockey League. It has 32 teams, most of them in the U.S., 7 in Canada, 7. I always forget. Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg, Ottawa, Toronto, and Montreal, 7. And so other than those 7 teams, they're playing in the playoffs of the league, and they're under contract, and it's more important to them than the World Hockey Championships. And so the World Hockey Championships go on at the same time, and it's like the best players for the United States and Canada who are not playing in the Stanley Cup playoffs play in the World Hockey Championships, and it's not the same. So we don't get best on best guaranteed ever, like it happens in football every 4 years. We struggle to make sure that the NHL can come to an agreement with the owners and the players through collective bargaining and all that sort of fun stuff to find out when they will play. So we haven't had a best on best in 12 years. It's been since Sochi. Prior to that, it was in Vancouver in 2010. And so it's hit or miss with those. Best on best tournaments, by the way, the records between Canada and the United States, 4 wins, Canada 1 win for the United States. That one... Yeah, I remember. I don't remember the exact score of that one or which Olympics it happened at. I just remember the pain and the frustration. The thing for Canadians is hockey is life. In the United States, they've got other sports, and yes, there are people who love it, but this is a collective thing. Like I went outside just briefly this morning, and of the 50 units, there's probably 30 lights on. Like half of the country is going to find their way to wake up and get involved in this bad boy. So, but yes. The other thing that I love about this process is the stories between these two teams. They are rivals. They had the 4 nations. If you haven't watched the highlights, and before this starts, if you want to get into it, jump off of this really quick and go and find the Four Nations Game 1, Canada versus USA. Maybe I can even find that link and put it into the chat. Because just Four Nations hockey Game 1. Because Game 1, like right immediately from puck drop, it was crazy. Here, I found this, and I'm just going to make sure it works, and I will bring it over to you guys, and so you guys can have a watch of this. Yeah, no big deal. Like this match will affect the national psyche. Is the reality. We will have a tough day today if we lose this. Like everyone will be talking about it, and that's where it is. So go and watch this. The link that's there. I didn't mean to bring that one out. Hold on. I'm gonna pin that link that's up above. Leads to the first 9 seconds running time of the hockey game, involving the Canadians and the Americans at the Four Nations, which was it made for amazing hockey. And so that gives you an idea of how much these guys don't like each other. And the funny part is they all play together on their club teams, but they put on the jersey and it's everything is off. Like you look at this as an example, the Tkachuk brothers, Brady Tkachuk, Matthew Tkachuk, one plays for the Florida Panthers, one plays for the Ottawa Senators. Diandra's watching it. You met the Tkachuk brothers. Feisty, no nonsense, just like their dad. They talk a big game, they play a big game. Matthew Tkachuk's won Stanley Cups. And what's fascinating is he's going to go up against Brad Marchand in this one. The matchup has to be there. Brad Marchand, called the Rat, a Canadian, they play on the same team, and they play a grinding, physical game, different in size, but they're up against each other. It's 2-0 Sheffield United over Sheffield Wednesday. It's still derby. So obviously, for anybody who's joining and is not a sub, see, I knew you guys would get it. I had to explain myself, but I was like, what am I going to wear for this thing? And I don't know. It had to be done. Generally speaking, because I think we've got like 10 minutes until puck drop here. Let me just go back to where we're at with it. Oh, we're at a commercial. This is my take generally on the two teams. The Canadian team features arguably one of the greatest group of 3 forwards that have ever been assembled on any ice at the same time. And that features Macklin Celebrini, 19-year-old first-round pick, plays for the San Jose Sharks, supposed to be, and came as advertised that he was going to be one of the top players in the NHL. You don't expect him to do it at 19. You expect that to be prime as 26 to 29, and so you expect them to build into it, right? And he's going to start with the San Jose Sharks. He's been amazing, and this tournament has been a coming-out party for him. And so you've got him playing on one wing with him. Nathan McKinnon wears the assist, the A. And they call women emotional. What in the world? Just a little bit of fisticuffs to express things. Diandra watching the highlight video that I put there of the game, just to get it fired up. If you want to understand how these teams feel about each other, I think you know how they feel about each other now and what this matters to them if you watch that one. Nathan McKinnon, he's always been, he's 30 now, and which is crazy to me because he followed Sidney Crosby, who, that's another story in of itself for today, from the same small town, Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia, and he is an amazing player, but was always sort of second best. He was in Crosby's shadow, and then he starts to break out of Crosby's shadow, and then he's in Connor McDavid, his line mate at this tournament, in his shadow. always, when you're talking top 3 forwards in the world, he's in the running for that conversation every single time. And then you've got Connor McDavid, who he plays for the rival of the Vancouver Canucks. I'm a Vancouver Canucks fan. I don't like the Oilers. I don't like Connor McDavid. He scored the game-winning goal against the Americans in the Four Nations Cup. He's exceptionally quick, but the three of them together, absolutely nuts. And I think top to bottom, when you go through the Canadian roster, I don't think anybody will disagree with me. The Canadians have the better forwards than the Americans do. Things get flipped. And I haven't actually heard Ruth yet. I think I'm waiting for game time decision to see if he ends up making it out. And that's the backstory before I go through what the rest of my thoughts is. Crosby hurt his leg, thigh, hockey, they don't really tell. Lower body injury, we'll get it described as. And there's questions whether he's going to be able to make it. He didn't make and play in the semifinal. And as a captain, he's played 23 games, I think, now. Best on best for Canada. And when he's on the ice, Canada's never lost. And so it made me nervous a little bit. They're more specialists, I find. Like Austin Matthews, a complete player, but they have like pure goal scorers up front, and they have pure passers, and they've got Dylan Larkin, who's a pure defensive guy. We've got those guys as well, but their forwards very capable, but just not to the same level. It flips when you look at the blue line, the center backs, the defensemen, whatever you want to call them. Why am I getting an extra set of audio in my headset here? Anyway, they've got all respect to Cale Makar, and I think he's an exceptional hockey player as a defenseman, but he's not Quinn Hughes. And being a Canucks fan, I've seen Quinn Hughes. Why am I getting... Is there like described video? There is described video. I was like, why am I getting told what's happening in the game? Not dressed. Yeah, and I'd be surprised if we won't find out until the very end, right, when they go out to see if he's wearing the C or not. I haven't been really listening to this one yet. Ron McLean's in my ear. And I probably should turn it up so I could hear him and get that story. Going back, so you've got the greatest defenseman probably of a generation in Quinn Hughes. Was a Canuck, got traded to the Minnesota Wild this year. His contract was going to be up. We needed to get something. They have announced that he isn't playing. Well, that sucks, because obviously he's got the goal in 2010. He just, I guess that's the passing of the torch to Connor McDavid and to the new crew, and we'll see whether the three Macs, the Mach 3 line, can end up getting it done. But anyway, and goalkeeping, they've got, hey Marty, that's why I'm here. I get to always know exactly how I was feeling and relive this. This is the highlight for me. Is personally this is going to be a game I'm going to go back and be like I remember where I was in 1998 when the Czechs beat Canada in the Olympics in the upset. I remember where I was in 2010 when Sidney Crosby scored that goal, yelling "Iggy, Iggy, Iggy" to try and get the pass back and pop it in. You remember all those moments. I remember where I was in 19 John Slaney, Saskatoon, 1991. I was front row in Saskatoon for the World Junior Hockey Championship, which is best on best for the under 20s. And players are making their way onto the... I almost set the pitch onto the ice. I'm not used to being in this role. Front row when John Slaney scored that one. And so being able to follow my emotions and freak out through this one, because there are going to be moments as this one heats up and builds up that I'm going to struggle with. And I got to find out. I don't think I can minimize this. I tried it yesterday. Yeah, as soon as I do that, it pops out, and that sucks. So I get this beautiful green haze every time I throw this on my ugly mug. Elliot Friedman chatting. He's talking about how much he's sweating. So we'll go through this. If you don't understand anything, by the way, I'm going to bring the chat up. and I'll have it here. I'm happy to chat with you. Here's a couple of tips to start everything off. And I'll maybe wait for Diandra to come back. So, offside, I was going to describe icing because there's going to be some whistles that you may not understand. And if you're new to it, the key, a lot of people say, "Well, I can't see the puck. I don't know where the puck is." Canadians just sort of, when you watch ice hockey, you just instinctively know where it is. And so the trick is to get used to the flow of what the teams are trying to do as far as dumping and chasing it, putting it into the back of the net, going after it in the breakouts, and watch the flow of the play around the puck. And that will help identify where everything is. Canada, I'm not a fan of their jerseys, by the way. I like the old traditional red and white. I didn't see if the U.S. I was hoping they were going to wear their blues when they came out, but I think they're wearing their whites, which is too bad. They wore yellows and blues when they played Sweden, and I thought that looked amazing, not having a white kit out there. And I was hoping for this one they would do the same thing, but no, it's the U.S. in white. Connor Hellebuck, Winnipeg Jets goalkeeper. And I got to listen to the most annoying chant in the world. USA, USA, getting blasted as Hellebuck leads out the bad guys. Oh, heartbeat is already up. Thanks, Ruth. I just, this is going to be nerve-wracking. Like, I'm already starting to sweat. I'm already starting to get built up. I can only imagine. Oh. They've got the start, and it's Duffy given the overview and the selling point about this at the failure. This is what this means. Jordan Binnington in the pipes for the Canucks. I will admit, I think he's an overrated goalkeeper in the league. He's always had great defense in front of him, and he's always benefited from that. I don't think he's a big stopper, but they call him Big Game Binner because he manages to do amazing things in game. That's amazing. Gonna watch Wrexham and Kakache in 2 matches for the World Cup. That's crazy. So, offside, you're looking at the blue line, Diandra. The puck's not allowed to go past the blue line before you enter it. So you'll see people dancing around the blue line to get it all in. Icing, you can't just shoot it down. That's the red line, and I gotta go get everything started and hope that I get the clock ready. As we go clear, we go to the first period. Things should be all changing on my screen and up and ready. Oh boy. The 3 Mac line out there to start. Celebrini, Macklin, Celebrini, McKinnon, McDavid, and they're out there against the Tkachuk brothers. It's game on! Gold medal hockey game. Fire it up, and I got to keep this one up so that I can follow along. Jack Eichel and the Tkachuks against the 3 Mac line. Hellebuck handles it early, and it's over on the right-hand side. Dump down. That's Brady, throws it in. Matthew chasing after him, and I'm going to have to bring the chat up. This is going to be a fun one. My audio's in and out? I was told this by Jed yesterday that it was having problems. Keep an eye on that and let me know. I'm probably just missed out on an early chance. Hemmed in early. Don't like this. Quinn Hughes with a shot. Binner with the stab over to the left-hand corner. Come on, you guys. The USA chants all on blast. Well, yeah, and I tested it yesterday and it seemed to be fine. It just seems, maybe I jump on YouTube and it doesn't handle the load as much as it does during the recordings and other things. So, I'm sorry, I'm on the other computer and I tried to set up my mom's. It didn't work. Finally, puck under control. I gotta turn the volume up. Sam Bennett, Florida Panthers rival of his teammate. Thompson flips it in. There's Brad Marchand. I think if you want to talk about a guy who tends to have big games, opportunity. Cal McCarr. That line with Bennett and Marchand on it is like the line of players who seem to find big games. Gotta love this. Like to have Matthew and Brady Tkachuk coming in and laying hits on the same guy at the same time. Puck drop. Oh, and I gotta remember I gotta stop the clock and restart it. I'm at 18-17 and I'll just let it get caught up and then get going. And I gotta remember whistles stop the clock, so I'm gonna be far more active. Oh, opportunity. Travis Sanheim able to get a stick on that one and flick it the other way. Get the pass out. He's right there. Shoot! I didn't get enough of it. You got to do better than that. Pass was there, and we're going to have a little bit of handbags and a little bit of meeting. That was Bo Horvat, former Canucks captain. Was he the one who whiffed on that one? Oh, no, it got flicked back away from him. I thought that came off of Bo's stick. It didn't quite get to him from Hagel. Jarvis. Seth Jarvis, Carolina Hurricanes, one of the last man. He was the last man to join because of injury. Not a fight. That's just a collection. I don't think that you're going to see a fight unless the score goes big one way or the other. Not a good breakout pass. There you go. Devontae's drops it back. Why, Suzuki, would you not skate a little bit with that on the left-hand side? You had the opportunity. Brady Tkachuk with the pass. Jake Eichel hooked over, and we go the other way. Whew. Oh, I gotta get on this. I don't like this clock thing. I might end up getting rid of the clock just because I don't want to have to follow this the whole way through. 17:10. The clock stops on every whistle, and so I've been trying to stop and start it, but you almost have to be on it so frequently. I'm not used to this. I just want to watch the game too. Celebrini, nice opportunity, just a little bit too far in front of McKinnon. Didn't get enough on it from Parenko, and instead of going deep, at least it sets up. You got to be able to get that puck deep if you're not going to be sure. And he took a crack on net looking for a deflection and didn't get it. Fastest man on the ice, 97. If you're looking for the best player in the world, I have to admit it's probably him. Opportunity. Shot! Big stop, Hellebuck. The guy's a keeper. The guy is a keeper. Gets low, and that was a difficult one. Looking 5-hole right between the legs. Oh, boy. I want to see where this pass shot ended up going. You know what? That Macklin Celebrity shot sneaky low. If not stuck to the ground, that one's going into the back of the net. Oh, I hit stop. And it didn't stop. See, now I even hit stop and it doesn't work. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe by the end of the game I'll get this all figured out. Breakout here. Nice little freeze play there. JT Miller, another former captain. That's 3 former captains of the Vancouver Canucks, all on the ice in this one. Bo Horvat plays for the Islanders now. JT Miller plays for the New York Rangers now. And, didn't get that out. You got to get the clear. The other thing that you have to watch if you're new to hockey, and a big part of the game, is your line change. Players are changing on the fly. And if they need to change, they'll dump. And I imagine these guys are going to dump because they had a bit of an extended lineup, or extended time on ice. But no, Stone puts it in Hellebuck's glove. So what you're watching is it's roughly 35 to 55 second shifts. And beyond that, you get completely gutted. You get super exhausted. Hockey is a big drain sport, and you empty the tanks. And so they'll change on the fly, and you do that when the puck's in the offensive zone, not when it's in the defensive zone. And if it's longer than a minute, they'll start to watch everything, and the game slows down. One team takes control, and it gets nervy. Back underway. Sam Bennett, this is my line I expect is going to surprise, but interesting because Bennett's a good face-off guy. He just got beat clean there. Tom Wilson brought in to bring a little bit of grit to the club. Devontae's gets it in. There's Marchand. Oh, not handled well by Telebuck. So now the defenseman trying to keep it inside the blue line for you, Diandra, because if it goes outside, that's automatically becomes offside when they bring it back in. So they're going to try and hold everything within the blue line, call this the final third, but Forreston, smashed. Tom Wilson brought into the club for some grit. I just finished saying that. Throws the body. That'll wake everybody up. Good morning. Chop there. Tom Wilson cleans up, and they'll all go for a line change. He'll get one. The bodies are flying. Let them know. Brady Kachuk, get him too. It's hard to run the clock and all this. So the players just switch who's on ice. Yeah, you know when you're on the bench and what position you play. You're the left winger. Your coach is going to sit there and he's going to tell you what line is up next. Nice clean hit. You'll know who's on the ice and what position they play because they'll be a left winger. You'll be a left winger, a center. You're a center. And when it's time to go, you'll be told your line's up. And so you're just waiting for them to make their way to the bench and you're jumping over the boards. Obviously, you can change on the whistle. And that's an icing, the first icing. You can't just shoot the puck down the length of the ice. If you're on the red line is in the middle, Diandra, and I'm assuming Diandra's the only one known, but if you there's the red line's right in the middle of the ice. If you're on your side of the red line and you just shoot it down, it's an icing and the puck comes back for a face-off in your own zone. You can't just be dumping it down. I keep hitting the stop clock and it's not working. It's working now. Bugger. Hagel gets it forward to the U.S. Boldy lifts it up over and now clean it up. And the other thing about icings is if you're the team that committed the ice, you're not allowed to change your players. They have to stay on the ice. So it's an opportunity with icings. If you're just trying to get a reprieve. Dances all the way through. Come in, scores. Fuck! Matt Boldy, the puck just bouncing. Fuck! I hate Freebird. Puck just bouncing. Matt Boldy. Who the... Not the guy that you expected to score, but it's these role players that you get nervous. He flips it, hacks, and then grabs it. I guess I have to give him credit because that was an intentional with the tap. All right. Devon Tays gets beat. Flips it up in the air, whacks it in the air again with his stick, plays it on. We saw that in a U.S. college game. Or was it a PWHL game? I can't remember. In a women's game. First player to do that was a left-handed player coming down the left side of the ice. Well... The answer with the McDave with the Mac 3 line, and you hope you're gonna get something in now. Come on, boys! It's right there. Oh, couldn't get it. Save it. It's all loose. It's all scrambled. There's gonna be opportunities in this game, isn't there? I mean, not only just the star power, but. Lots of loose pucks. There's gonna be some pretty goals, but there's gonna be some crazy ones too. The circle's close to the goal, so that's the face-offs to restart the play are on either side of the ice, right or left. Yeah, Benny just got fooled on that one too. He thought he was gonna go left or right, and he bit on the fake. That's hockey. It's fast, it's frantic, it's crazy. The puck's jumping a little bit. So there's the face-off. This is over on the right side. And so they'll drop it there. It's got the dot that they have to put it on, and then the hash marks are there. That when you're taking the face-off, you have to line up your skates on the outside of that for the purposes of taking a face-off. Deflected. I thought that could have gone off of his skates and in the back of the net, but it didn't. Glove pass down to himself. There's a hit to say hello. It's interesting. We're the more physical team, which doesn't fit with the MO I would have expected in this one. I thought the Americans would come out, but I think what they did that in the first game, and then we played a fast-paced, strategic game in the Four Nations, and we beat them. And I think maybe they came out and said, let's focus on playing the game, get the win, and not worry about running around and making hits. Werenski got in, well done. Go the other way. This is the line I'm expecting to do things. Bennett, Marchand against them. This is like Bolduc scoring for them. Yes, they're talented, and yes, they're good, but they're not the same level as the top guys. So you're looking for goals from your back of the roster crew, your lower lines, and come on. So much time left, but it's just frustrated. Matthews, that's their best player offensively anyway, their best forward. Shot, deflection, oof. It was deflected. So they try to do that, shots from a distance, but they're looking intentionally for somebody to get their hands on it. Get their their sticks on it. And deflect it in. Off to commercial break, and I can stop the clock. God, I hate to have a clock that I have to monitor. I need a full-time producer. So you have to tell me what your thoughts are on the first. You'll probably get 2 or 3 commercial breaks per period. Let everybody catch their breath, go to the bathroom, do what you need to do. So yeah, as far as face-up dots, Diandra, only because you're sort of asking about the two, there's the 2 on either side in the offensive zones, right and left of the goalkeeper. There's 2 between the blue line and the red line. And that's where offsides typically are taken. And then you've got the 1 in the middle, where typically that's just where they start and end games with goals, but it can be dropped for other places. If referees make a mistake during an icing call, they'll drop it there. Thank ya. I had to pull a little Canadian on this one. Lots of hockey left. Canada comes back late, but I don't want to have... We've had heartache after heartache. Heart stopping after heart stopping in this one. In the games against... listen to the pregame speech. In the pregames against the Czechs and against the Finns. I'm just surprised I'm awake, Marty, and been able to get this one on. There are shootout. Oh. Come on. So what happens added extra time, and I'd be interested in what you guys' thoughts on if this would ever work in football. To encourage the game to stop, they changed it from 5-on-5. Brad Marchand dancing. He couldn't do the Bolduc. He was trying to dance it, and he got his pocket picked. Loose puck. McKinnon, we're doing the line for the triple Mac line all the way across. Marchand, I was expecting you to have a good game, dude. No. I had an open opportunity in space. Anyway, right now we have 5 skaters. So if it goes to overtime, it'll be typically we go to 3-on-3, and they do that to encourage games to end early. It used to be 5-on-5 or go to the shootout, but people didn't like the gimmick ending the game. So they wanted it to be on a talent space. You're all by yourself. Nice hold to Celebrini. Can't get the shot. Get it to him. Spun back. Celebrini. It's loose puck. Wire. Oh, Parenko couldn't get it through. Pressure, boys. Let's go. Oh, and given away by McKinnon. All right, line change, and they'll do an icing, so you're going to go with your second best line because that's going to be a tired group. I'm going to look this up. Olympic gold medal hockey overtime and shootout rules. Let's see what I can get for this. Sudden death until someone scores, but 3-on-3 instead of 5-on-5 is what I'm told, followed by a shootout. So imagine in football, tie game and you go to added extra time at the end of it, and you decide to go 7-on-7. Or the equivalent, just to try and open it up and allow a goal to be scored based on the talent that happens normally rather than waiting on the gimmick shootout, and then the shootout saves everything. Yeah, I'm not necessarily a Cherry fan for his political beliefs, but I'm definitely a Cherry fan for what he contributed to hockey, and it's Canadiana, and so I had to do it. And so, yeah, let me know your thoughts, because it'd go to 3-on-3. Loose puck. Hagel hit the side of the net. Oh, I thought he was going to get that stick knocked down. Offside. Close, anyway. I will say this about offside in hockey compared to soccer, football, is the linesmen in hockey very rarely get it wrong. It's a perpetual gong show in football. Like, it's a storyline of every game. And despite a small black disc, they typically get it right. You can't give it away there. Well done to keep it deep. Come on. Deflect. Couldn't get to it. So, what else can I tell you about some of the quirky rules? It's fascinating to me. I know that it's a rink is a heck of a lot smaller than a football pitch, but they're also dealing with a small little tiny black disc, and at a pace that's moving faster than a soccer ball does. And yet they almost get it right. And to that point, the goal that Canada scored with 36 seconds left against Finland. It was challenged. You're allowed to challenge things in hockey once a game. If you get it wrong, you get a delayed game penalty. And Finland used it because we scored with 36 seconds left, and they challenged the onside entry into the zone. So they went back like over a minute back in time. And Macklin Celebrini's like skate blade was like that much on the ice, on the blue paint, to allow that offside not to be called. I think he got it right, but there's certainly an argument either way. God. The announcers just identifying that Canada's played really well the first 11 minutes, but down 1-0. Just a funny bounce. Connor Hellebuck has never had a big game performance. 2 shots for the U.S. and one of them, and usually they score on a 95% clip. McDavid, come on through. Celebrini couldn't get the pass the other way. Matthews deflected back, still onside. That's the right call. Away we go. Come on. McKinnon, he's got Celebrini. Leave it for him. He couldn't get the stick on the ice. He had it up. So, Diandra, is the game on where you're at? Like, I'm just curious. Are you stuck with us? Nice pass. Sam Bennett. Marchand, find him. Back pass, loses it, and here's Quinn Hughes. This guy, this is the best defenseman in the world at the moment. My eyes. And yes, I like Cale Makar. And yes, I'm Canadian. But Quinn Hughes is just a different level. He sees dead people. never misses a pass, a jitterbug on ice, and trouble. Oh, Binner was so out of it. He's over sliding, he's over committing, and he pushed off with his right, comes way out of the net. That pass goes across, and if that's on a stick, it would have been toast. 2-0, but fortunately, 7 shots to 2. Giveaway, score! Oh, missed it. Come on, they're going to collect on those. Please. Horrible pass through the middle. You never go through the middle. You're told that in Pee-wee. Never through the middle in your own zone. Up the walls, up the walls. And he throws that right towards the middle of the ice. Taves against Varenka. Can't get there. Stone all the way up. He's going to be on the ice with his teammate in Las Vegas. Mitch Marner wearing number 93. Fans trying to get Canada going. The term, yeah, that's what it was. It's the movie. Nice pass forward. We used to have an added rule that I'm glad we don't have anymore. A 2-line pass. You couldn't pass it from your own zone across 2 lines to your own player on the other side of the red line. That had to go after the level penalty. Big save, Binnington, and not an easy one. Traffic all over him. And it's going to go down. Is that an ice? No ice. Stops right before the goal line. Seth Jarvis chasing it down. Loose. Come on. Forecheck. Here come the Americans on the breakout. Seth Jarvis, he's been out there a while. He's got to get off the ice, doesn't he? We haven't had a whistle in a long period, long stretch. Good solid 3-4 minutes. And giving away. They got to freeze the pucks. Get there, but McDavid. Well, you know he's just faster than anybody. So. Another time, couldn't get there. Celebrini got cut off. Battle on the wall. Go again, guys. Forecheck. Forecheck is when you dump it into the offensive zone. You try and go and get it, and that's just what they do. They pick up the late man coming. Nobody in front. Got to get a body in front of him. Let me know what your thoughts are. Oh, come on. Watching the dodgy link, loving that. I'm assuming you haven't watched a lot of hockey. Outside of the clear shots that go in, slap shots from the point, which are, I mean, the NHL, the goalkeepers are so good that it has to be a special shot and a special opportunity. They'll switch second period, third period. So there's 3 periods, and they'll switch at each intermission. So the first and third will be the way you're watching. Second period will go the other way. The long change things. The tricky part about the second period is when you are in your own defensive zone and you're looking for a breakout to try and get off the ice. You've got to go further down the bench to get to your bench to change them. So. There are 4 officials, Diandra. 2 of them will be wearing orange armbands, and 2 of them will not. The 2 wearing the orange armbands, 1 in deep and 1 up high, are responsible for watching penalties, and so that includes too many men on the ice. All referees, including the linesmen, can call too many men on the ice. Linesmen are not allowed to call hooks or holds. They can whisper to the referees and they can talk to them about stuff and give them updates, but they can't call it themselves. That's for the referees to call. The linesmen are there for icings, offsides, to separate the fights. They'll watch for too many men on the ice. They'll watch for pucks over the glass defensively. You can't just shoot the puck out of the surface from your own end. That's called a delay of game penalty. We haven't had a penalty yet. No power play. Power play, when you get a penalty, you go and you sit in a box for 2 minutes or less, and the other team gets an advantage. They do have divided the responsibilities, and usually what you find is the trailing referee watches everything, right? And because the lead official's got to watch the goal to be able to call on in the goal or not on the goal. So it used to just be 3 officials, and they've changed that. Too many back pass cut passes that just aren't working. Trouble. Brody to Matthew, and he missed it. Fortunately, he's going to look for his brother again. Binner freezes it, and so now because Binner stopped that on the right, his right side of the goal, the face-off will come on that side of the ice. Interesting. Defensive face-off, and you put your offensive line out there. Now I know you're going to ride these three to death, but I want them out there when it's a face-off in the offensive zone. Like, to me, this is a Sam Bennett, Brad Marchand, Tom Wilson sort of pickup. And that's the reason I wanted to do it. Jennifer has contributed a little bit to it. Lost the draw. See, why didn't we have our defensive specialists out here? To me, this is a coaching mistake. Now you have your best three offensive players all chasing the puck around in our zone. I know you want to play them because it's the gold medal game, and so you want to get them as much ice time as possible, but this isn't where I want them. Oh boy. Time and space. And so that was just a completely wasted shift. And instead, now they're going to go and rest. You're going to have to come off because they just had that shift. You're going to come back with a defensive specialist line. And they're just saying the same thing I just said in my headset. See, I know what I'm talking about. I keep forgetting to freeze the clock. Icing the call. See, yeah, and now they just said, now this is where you put them out for a face-off. Puck's in the offensive zone. Who do you put out there? The guys who are going to score for you. I just, Cooper, the head coach of Canada, I don't know what that was all about. It doesn't matter anyway if we can't win the face-off. But now Americans are going for a change. Everybody's off the ice, and so now you got an opportunity to break down. Macklin, Celebrini come on to a thing. Young man, 19 years of age. Pass not the best one, but McDavid and following up. Sanheim just rifles it in. Three white down low. They used to blow those down and then were frozen in the corner, but they don't anymore. They encourage everybody to keep the play going, so it's a battle. Kicked forward, and here come the U.S. Bugger. Why are you so wide defensively, you donkey? What are we doing defensively, Theodore? Oh, first penalty. That was... He got himself out of position. He gave him the center of the ice. Oh. So power play, so the Americans will have 5 players. We will have 4 players as ours sits in the box on a hooking penalty. And now we can ice the puck without the whistle blowing. That's the one reprieve that we have. But too much talent on the ice to take penalties, and especially one where all you did was you got yourself out of position. Oh, I got happy fingers. I jinxed it, didn't I, talking about the power play? I was hoping to go the other way. And so we'll just look to clear if we can get the puck in possession of it. Oh, trouble. Oh. Best player in the NHL, and he tries an extra pass. He should have just rifled that thing, but I will take that. Holy cow. And violence, Diandra, and violence. Matthews, another bad play of the pack. Get out past the blue line. Now everybody has to clear the zone, so this is a time waste for them because they've got to all recycle the troops, get on this side of the half so they're not offside. Now they're onside. We'll set up a box or a diamond and rotate to try and keep everything out to the outside. They'll try to break us down and pull us in. One guy go out, block a shot, and you can see one body in front of Binnington. He's trying to see through. 20. That's a good a good. This level, I think it's probably a little bit higher. But yeah, typically 20 to 22%. Thompson, jam play, loose puck still not whistled down, and we just get it out. Quinn Hughes letting the line change happen for the Americans, and then a misplay, hold and clear, come on. Not the best clearance, but they're offside, so they got to wait for their man to get out. Love it. Take that time off that clock. Just get to the intermission. Only down 1. Oh. No. Yes. They're not freezing the pucks. There's so much bounce to the puck today. I mean, it helped on the goal. Now that we're back, got to get back into the play, and he does. 3-on-2. Why? No. He did have something going. Why would you come and you ice the puck, you fucking donkey? Bench Shea Theodore. Where's your head at? Skate with it. Tries to make the best chance. What are you talking about? You come off you're fresh. You come out of the box. You get the puck. You have 2 players breaking down left and right. They've got 2 men back. You've at least got a 3-on-2, potentially convertible into a 2-on-1, and instead you ice the puck? Like, that's a bad penalty and a bad ice. We don't have a centerman on the ice because we had wingers killing the penalty. So this will be a loss on the face-off draw because Marchand is not a face-off guy. Aha, they cheated. Do it again. Oh. This clock is useless, isn't it? Got it off. And a stop, but at least now we can get a forward on the ice. Why is this not working? There we go. See, Diandra, and I get where that would have come from. Imagine you're playing 11-on-10 and you get to go back. We were defense, but he comes out and gets it in a great opportunity, and he just was. I mean, yes, he's a defenseman. It's not really in his mantra, but you've got 2 forwards skating with you. Have a run on a giveaway with 11 seconds left. 3-on-2. Oh, every shot. Like, I can't even talk through this because I'm constantly. Oh, too many men! Doesn't matter, end of the period. The World Hockey Championships, nobody really watches. I'll tell you, the biggest international tournament that goes on frequently is the World Juniors, which happens around Christmas time, and it's basically a tradition in Canada that you watch this. These kids play every Christmas time, and that's the big tourney. I don't want to get into watch-alongs watching club hockey because it'd just be a time suck 3 times a week sort of thing. Would be too much, but I do love. I mean, hockey is a great sport. It's fast paced. It's got fight. It's got narratives. When I compare my frustration sometimes with football, and I love football, and for those that are not normally here for the channel, we're a Wrexham channel, who I decided to watch some hockey for this one. My frustrations with football and the EFL and the Prem is that I don't think they get the narratives of the players out enough, and I think that's also because of the 3 p.m. blackout. You're not watching the top players. Some disappointment, but they'll carry on with their day. It won't bother them for 4 years. It'll just be Okay, that's unfortunate, but it's Canada, and Canada's ice hockey's their thing. We lose. This is our game. This is what is our national identity, is largely formed around being a mosaic of different cultures, nature, poutine, Hawaiian pizza, clamato juice, and hockey. Am I missing it? Its narratives, and for its backstory, and for its on ice play, and the physicality, and it has all of the characteristics I think you want a sport to have, other than it's only played in winter countries and it's not covered all over the world. If everyone was frozen over, I think that hockey is. Do I say it's a superior sport to football? Because I can't. Like, football's beautiful for a different reason, but this one tickles a part of you in watching hockey that maybe doesn't happen with other sports. Gotta hit the reload button on this because I'm assuming I'm frozen. Ketchup chips, forgot about that one. Brandon. Yeah. All caps, so I'm glad it got caught, but doing the USA, USA, USA. That one bothered me because that Comcast commercial, and I'm glad it only shows up in one spot, and I didn't feature in it. The whole USA chant that they put together with all of the people, all of the actors, they all did it. Snoop did it, Martha did it, and it shows up in this video where we're all like Brady Bunch in squares. And I was doing the chant. I was like, oh God, I don't want this immortalized by any stretch. Unfortunately, I wasn't. That Ipswich game, let's change topics because I just don't like the outcome in this one so far. That game yesterday was one of the best sporting matches I've watched, and that's not hyperbole. That freaking game had everything, didn't it? It had the mistakes. It had O'Shea making those mistakes. The Ogonko curse with the hands, and although. Again, it was a bad position that allowed that it was bad positioning that, or not the greatest position. It wasn't the worst that allowed that to go off his hands and go off for the other goal. It was Nathan Broadhead just coming out and saying, "I'm going to do this." Was amazing. Hey, loving that. American hope and Canada wins because you understand the pain. I don't want. I'm so nervous and afraid. Hawaiian pizza is Canadian. It was created in Toronto by a pizzeria there and became a thing. Hi Denise, how are ya? Oh, that's a glorious thing, and we should start clipping this. And Lee Gelder, and I got to give him credit. I might start doing this even right after the game. Is he just went and found all of the goals. And the penalty. Can we talk about that non-call? Have you guys seen that one back? The non-call penalty with the punch in the face to Hyam? But yeah, Max was something that's taken over my lives. I never would I've ever imagined I'd be talking about a club in Europe during a gold medal, first in 12 years, best on best, but here we are. People talking about Max not being ready at the level, and I don't see that, and his statistics don't suggest that. He's better statistically than Viner. And I want him to stay there. He deserves to stay there. But people are talking about him potentially coming out. I think that Parky's going to make a move. And even if you heard Max during his interview saying he appreciates getting the chance, but was it Doyle or was it Hyam who got punched? I thought it was Hyam who got punched. I'm going to have to go back and watch the replay because originally I thought it was Kiefer Moore that got punched. But I was talking to the goalkeeper who jumped up and with the left hand, I went with the right, but with the left, went out to punch the ball and smacked him right in the face when we were down 3-2. I mean, it didn't matter. We scored right after. It was Doyle. Okay. Sorry, missed it. I just remember the punch. Yeah, Brandon. Maybe you should stay.
so Canada can get another one. There was just so much in that freaking game. The only thing that we didn't have was like some crazy set piece worldie, right? But like everything that you want in a football match, and the other thing that I didn't, Jason, we shall come from behind. We better. I thought Twitter was a buzz yesterday with Wrexham fans all over Ipswich on Twitter for diving and flopping. And yeah, they went down with the fake head injury stuff, but I didn't think other than that it was too egregious. But maybe we needed Brendan to go through and hit the flop meter up and let us know how that was. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. We wouldn't lay on the ground flipping. And you wouldn't even have a chance to get up to go after the keeper who punched you in the face because he'd be eating them from somebody else, right? Yeah, Leicester was another level. Jody Jones, I can still remember him from Notts County, all over it. I'm trying to listen to the broadcast. They've got 5 panelists for this game. Let's just talk about CBC for a second. Like, Cassie Campbell, Elliot Freeze, and Kevin Biesca. Like, this is just, let's get our guys a free trip to go and watch the gold medal game. It was both, Marty. The 8 goals due to rain are just good play. I actually thought with the rain it was going to be slowed down quite a bit. The first 2 goals that we scored were because O'Shea screwed up as the center back. One, he got caught up and hung out to dry, and then he was running back and pointing his finger and saying, like, I've got to control this as he's chasing Kiefer Moore, and he never put his head down and got there. So Kiefer Moore just kept running until he was wide open in front and slapped it in. On the hockey reference. Top bins, top left corner. And then the second one, he had a mistake. We had the mistake with the Ogonkwo goal and just bad coverage. Max Kluwerth had some a bad coverage, led to a goal. But then the remainder of those goals were just really nice plays that you kind of just had to tip your cap to the. So it was both. It was just wide open opportunities and people going after it. The interplay for both sides and breaking out. Tight passing, willing to build on the ground rather than hoofball it all the way up. Yesterday was a special one. Thomason goal was really pretty. Nathan Broadhead just strapping it up and saying, I'm gonna go and get these 3 points, and that's when he's on. He's another level. He's just not on frequently enough. Surprises for me: Issa Kabore didn't have a good game. Longman didn't have a good game. And Thomason on let's talk about Thomason. I think when I looked at the Fought Mob stats, he was the best on the team. He had his best game in a Wrexham Red. He had his best game in Wrexham Red. Absolutely everywhere, and not just setting up plays, but he was eking out added possession here, disruption there. He was back defensively, taking on Burns the whole game. He got beat once, but he had himself an epic game. And here I am, gold medal game, listening to, talking, reflecting on the amazingness that was. The tricky part for me is I got to find out when the schedule comes out next year, because we're going to be trying to get to the UK for Christmas, which has the potential, and I haven't raised this with the wife. There's the potential of 4 games in like whatever it is, 10 days. But she wants to only be in the UK for a week and then go somewhere warmish for a week. And I'm not convinced. I want to take in as many games as I can, but I know I'm going to get into trouble. But I'm hoping when this schedule comes out that those are some good ones. Look at everybody in the bar. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. They changed the liquor licenses, the liquor laws in province-wide, Canada-wide, to allow for the bars to open up at 5 o'clock in the morning out here, 8 o'clock out in Ontario. Oh, we're watching biathlon. No, not biathlon, just cross country. Why is Canada so bad at Nordic skiing? Like you've got Norway, Sweden, like the European countries throttle in Nordic sports. Why are Canada and the US so poor at Nordic skiing? Alpine skiing, freestyle skiing, snowboarding, all over it. But yeah, I don't get it. Thunder Bay. Curling. And who would have thought that the story, and you tell me about if where you guys are at, but for in Canada, the story of the games was the curling controversies. Like of all sports to end up having controversies. Canada cheating. Accused of cheating. At the Olympics. Sweden got the gold in curling. Rachel Holman, she's yeah, it's just going to the Nordic ski. I mean, Canmore, Banff, they've got stuff, and it's funny, the bobsled rebuilding because of their whole controversy with finance issues and inappropriate stuff happening, which maybe I won't say just because I don't have all the facts and I don't want to get called out for it. But yeah, it's just fascinating to me that nobody gets into. See, so I curled through high school. And I can tell you this without question, and I'm not a professional curler, although professional curlers have said the same thing. Touching the granite with your finger after the delivery does nothing to help you, and it probably hurts more than anything else. Especially like if you're a sweeper, you're getting the ball out of the rock out of the hands, and you're immediately judging weight. You're immediately judging line. You're communicating where it's going to be. You're deciding whether you're going to be sweeping or not, and that little added touch, and you're doing that all from what you see. And that little added touch hurts the sweeper, it hurts the skip, it doesn't provide the same proficiency that you're going to get with the release. It doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't affect anything anyway. What's a little boop going to do? But anyway, it turned into a thing. Maybe that's it, eh, Denise? They go, they'll ski to go and get milk. Doesn't get any lower than cheating in curling. But I'm trying to find an equivalent of what it would do. And here's the thing: is it apparently he's been doing that for 7 to 8 years with it not being called. So World Curling doesn't give a flying fleep about it, right? You almost have to say by convention it's an accepted rule. But no, here it becomes, oh, look at the strict interpretation of the rule during the Olympics. Just absolutely nothing. But entertaining anyway. If I could go back in time, I wonder what the odds would have been for there to been for a curling controversy to lead the stories at the 2026. Oh, fair enough. I didn't pick that up in the text. I'm getting heated. And have to remember, I'm emotionally suspect right now, being down 1-0 in the hockey game. Cale Makar. And an interesting development that his trip to the NHL is one that nobody else is going to take because it no longer has to do what he did. He wanted to go to leave the opportunity for going to university down in the States. So he didn't join the Canadian Hockey League, the Junior Hockey League, the under-20 Premier Development System in Canada, and decided that he wanted to play Junior A, which is one step down, to leave open the opportunity of getting a U.S. scholarship to play hockey in the U.S. And then potentially the NHL. Don't have to do that anymore. Now that NIL's out there, the U.S. colleges are now taking U.S. Canadian Hockey League players, so it doesn't matter what league they're in. But they weren't when Cale Makar was there, so he had to play sort of a league a step down from the top, and he dominated it, and then transition into the U.S. before going into the NHL. Second period about to start. The Mach 3 line out there to start again. Oh, McKinnon, Marner, Stone. Okay, so we've swapped the lines up. This is a new line. So Marner and Stone play together in Las Vegas. And so they're going to get Nathan McKinnon. So we'll see. The triple Mac, the 3 Mac line's been split up, and we'll see what they're going to get is that's got to be no ice. So that one could have been playable at the line and may have been playable. The Stone blows a tire. And now we're down temporarily. Binner the save. I'm surprised the shots are 8-8. For you guys watching, to me, Canada's... I guess maybe the power play made it equal a little bit. But I thought that we'd been slightly better. As there's an icing. And we'll go back. There's going to be goals in this. You're not getting shut out in this one. I mean, it's an interesting question. Less than you would anticipate and less historical. I mean, you look at the Tkachuk brothers as an example. Their dad played in Canada, and so they would have. They grew up with it, right? You look at Clayton Keller, who's one of the young players who's not going to get a lot of ice time in this one, but he comes out occasionally. He was born in Arizona, and he's the Phoenix Coyotes when they were there influencing him. Austin Matthews, the same. Influenced by the American club teams playing there and developing things. And as rinks are being built in the U.S. and infrastructure developing, and there's more and more kids looking another ice. A slow start to the second period. And you get clubs like the Dallas Stars who are opening up rinks all through Texas. And there's questions about how much control they have towards ice time. But it's developing. Right, you look at then the flip side of that is you get players like the Hughes, Jack, and Quinn. Jack's a forward, Quinn's a defenseman for the U.S. They grew up playing hockey in Canada. It was their dad. Their dad was a coach up in Canada, and so they grew up here. They're actually dual citizens. They could play for either country. I mean, they were born in the U.S. Their parents are both born in the U.S. They just grew up here. So I can understand that decision is, come on, McKinnon, drop pass. Oh, just missed on the left-hand side by like an inch. Hellebuck didn't, see, and that's the thing about Hellebuck is he has a history of folding late. God damn. In big games, he just hasn't found it. I don't think we've tested him enough with opportunity, with good shots. That one wasn't even that good of a scoring opportunity. Look out, coming in. Just missed the hit. Tom Wilson. If he's on the ice, you got to keep your head up because he's going to come headhunting. Slavin looking for a deflection. Couldn't get it in. Get on your horse. Somebody get over there and grab the puck. Too slow moving over there, Tommy. Extra possession here. Nice pass. That's trouble. Fortunately, you missed that. And if you miss far side, that's the risk you run as it rims all the way around and out. Arizona, the only state with more pond hockey than Florida. Boom. Quinn Hughes takes a shot. He's so good at reading the play. Even that little curl to get away from the physicality of that hit. As it comes loose, and we're going to go for a change, I'm assuming. Boom. Find a body, hit a body. And those accumulate over time. You get, yes, you're wearing shoulder pads, but you get smashed into the board, smashed into the board, smashed into the boards. It takes out of you so that you're run out of gas towards the end of the game. Referee interfering with that one, but they don't do anything. There's no... The referee is part of the ice surface. Hagel, do a thing! Loose pucks, chip! Nice pinch. Opportunity there, get it across too far. Come on. Get it on. Oh, you lost it. You lost it. Fuck. Sticks break. You have to drop them. Can't play with them. Hold on just a second. It's coming in. Back plate with a broken stick. You have to drop it so that... And if you lose it, depending on where it is on the ice, it may be more convenient just to go and get it from a teammate on the bench, or just get off the ice. And so they'll leave it there and the linesmen have to pick it up. But the referee's part of this playing surface, and so if they get hit with the puck, even if it bounces off of them and into the goal, or they put a team on side, that's just the way it is, and everybody says sorry. Come on here. Diandra's already feeling this one. Are you excited about seeing the new girls? Or have you already last week? Oh, deflected and just rolls loose. Oh, that's a scramble play where you get the deflection and the keeper thinks they have it and then they don't. And now it's got to get back. Come on. Like, I know the shots are 9-9, but does it not feel like we've got more opportunities here? Deflect. Oh, come on. Marchand looking for nice pass. So get a line change in. Hallebuck with it. Now he's going to try desperately to get to the red line and chip it out. And the Americans are all going to go for a line change. Can't get it. Turn it the other way. They made one change. We still got lots of bodies. Don't let him clear. Don't let him clear. He's got to get to the red line, and then he's just going to dump it, and everyone's going to change. All right. This one will be weird, too. Neutral venue. We've got, even for our own psyche with the Wrexham Women, we've got to get a win against Cardiff City. Well done by Horvat. Eat that. Give it to him. No, it decides not to. Short side shot. Really? That was the choice that you wanted to go with, Reinhardt? Devontae's gives it away through the middle. You fucking idiot. What did I say? We are taught that at Pee Wee. Like at under 13. Or if not younger. You never pass it up the middle. You never pass it up the middle. And there's the pass up the middle, but fortunately it doesn't bite us in the ass. Theodore gets his shot blocked. Loose stick now. Man without a stick. Now, opportunity! Oh, he didn't get full wood on it! McKinnon. And then hits that loose stick. See, I'm just excited that the very first ever transfer payment on a woman into the Welsh League. That's amazing to me. I'm curious to see what she looks like because her stock when she was 19, like Manchester United, and then Sheffield United, and then TNS. That's a trip. You got to call that. Not every leg trip is one that you call, but when you're into the offensive zone with pace, the guy sticks the leg out. You got to call that. Letting him play, or if the officials are. Our blue line not solid today. Well done, Binner. Comes out and covers the ankle. The ankle? The angle. I don't even know if the clock's right. I think I missed a whole gap. We'll figure it out when we get back. Halfway through this thing. Yeah, Maria Frances Jones. First ever transfer payment out to TNS, a defender, as I understand. Sarah Harvey, history. We did building. It's interesting. Cardiff City went and got signings, but they went and signed former academy players. One of them who I think had moved on and is coming back. But, oh, I didn't know this was a new thing. Yahoo Sports with a Wrexham article. Made his 173rd appearance in Wrexham colours, just passing Paul Mullen and his 172. I didn't know that just happened. Did you guys know that? I'm trying to read that, Nick, and Sean is like 2 seconds off his clock just in case you want to use that to sync it up. Yeah, I'll just wait for it to get here. I just got to remember it. Yeah, I missed that yesterday. That Max, well done by Binnington to be able to come and cover this one. Hockey's a fun sport to watch, Denise. If you like, I mean, these are the best of the best, but it's a fun sport to watch and sit in ice level if you get a chance to do that and have people banging into the glass. They've started because of heated rivalry, which if you're okay with a little bit of naughtiness and a little bit of a same-sex relationship, heated rivalry, amazing. And why was I talking about heated rivalry? I can't even remember because there was something that happened in that and now I've distracted myself. But if you're looking to watch, oh, and I'm back. Come on. And if you want documentary, 1972. Oh, we got opportunity. Marchand, he just hasn't felt the juice, and I was looking for a big game from him. That was a fall. That was a flop. Tripping over himself. Quinn Hughes, he scares me every time he has it. Go the other way. You got to get the clear. Brad Marchand, he is a big game guy, and he's had 3 giveaways, and just, please don't. God, Bitter, big save. Marchand. I was saying that. Oh, I know why I was saying it. The term that came out of that one that I've never heard before that they're using is they're calling the rink the boy aquarium. The boy aquarium. Oh no. Not 2 guys that you want to have a giveaway and a turnover when you're able to break the zone, because these guys eat up puck on the forecheck. Just watch the 3 forwards down low. They're just going to eat up a loose puck, get it to the other side, eat up a loose puck, get it to the other side, play it back. Oh, and he missed it. His brother went off the ice. Opportunity to clear here, but this is just what they do, right? Puck gets near him, he puts it in, he sucks it up along the wall. And they're doing that for the purposes of A, yes, tiring you out, but B, looking for an opportunity where somebody doesn't get picked up. Break away! Connor McDavid! Misses! Oh, that's not enough of a hook to call that a penalty shot. Connor McDavid, best player in the game, and he gets stopped there, and don't call that a penalty. Yes! Power play for us. The retaliation will get it for you. Ooh, things are getting fun now. Yeah, you can't call that hold. You're not going to give him a penalty shot on that. Penalty shots, by the way, not like they are in where you have a spot that you have to shoot from. You get the puck at center ice, and you would skate into the zone and do a thing. So that's Jed, the link that still should be on there, that's the link, maybe watch it at the intermission, that's the link to the last time there was a best on best tournament. The Americans played the Canadians in a round robin game, and the first 9 seconds had 3 fights. It's just Hellebuck, and really that hook disrupted the play. Look, we got a power play here on the retaliation, and we've got a dangerous power play, and so let's go. The Americans have killed 15 straight penalties. All right, so they've got a good penalty kill. Penalty kill when you're down by 1, power play when you're up by 1. We've scored 7 goals on 16 power plays. That's 44% efficiency. Makar all the way through, still going. He's getting hooked. Another one. We're going to go 5-on-3. I never even put up an extra penalty for this one. A 2-minute advantage. You have to score here. You have to score here. I would even think of taking my time out. No, not too early. Too early. He knew he was in trouble. He was doing everything he could. He got his stick in there, and then he realized it was stuck. And anytime you see a player lifting their arms in the air, they know they're in trouble. And it's in between his legs, and now he knows he's in trouble. Crap, I can't get my stick back. Crap, I can't get my stick back. Crap, I can't get my stick back. I'm not meaning to do this. But that's a trip, and then it's still there. It's still there. Can opener, open them up. Come on. 5-on-3. Oh, you can't get it clear out of 5-on-3. Bugger me. Okay, with some urgency though. Don't just sit around wired. And you miss far side and it goes out. Like, you fuckers don't listen to your pee-wee coaches. And then you can't get it back in. We are dog shite. Like, we've killed 30 seconds off of this by ourselves. Not even a minute of this by ourselves. You're a 5-on-3 and you're going to just stand still and do a wire job, and then you're going to miss it far side so that it goes all the way out? Score. 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 Nothing there. And it's out. Connor, well decided to maintain possession. Theodore, do a thing. Oh, come on. Ref over exuberant on the whistle there. 8 seconds left. That was the right thing. I was okay with it. Fuck. We're not doing it. I think Celebrini was looking for Reinhardt over on the left-hand side there. Yeah, close. I just don't like that we gave away 40 seconds on stupid decisions. Okay, Bo, win a face-off. We do. Wait, thank you. He could have taken that shot, but wait for numbers. Get down there! Oh, he just missed back door! Marchand again. He's struggling. Makar. I love this face-off, or this power play more. Scramble, Marchand. Why weren't you looking for the pass? And it's 5-on-4 with 19 seconds left, and we blew the opportunity. We are not going to get anything like that. You can't score in a 5-on-3. We are in trouble. And then an ice. Fuck, are we out of it? We iced it on a power play. 5-on-3. What did we get? 2 shots? 2 shots? Is that what we got? Five seconds on the power play, 6 seconds on the power play. Fuck. Sorry guys, I'm just refocusing myself. And I'm okay. I'm just frustrated. Now, Nick, it's part of that you put on Canada. I mean, I've never seen Brad Marchand in a big game have problems with the puck rolling over his stick and not being able to do a thing. He's a big game guy. I actually had him pegged for one of the people who could score during this one, because it's just what he's always done in his history, right? But you also have to give credit. I said at the outset, we have the best forwards in the world in Canada. They have the best defensemen, and with Hellebuck, the best regular season goalie of all time, he just can't play big games, or historically he's let in bad goals in big games. I think it's both. I think it's both, and I say it's both because I mean Shea Theodore with the penalty that he took early in the. It's the same concept that you have in football as you have in hockey. You try to keep the play to the outside, out to the wings. You'll take the cross rather than a guy running through the lane through the middle. And for some reason he gets too far left and opens up the lane, takes a stupid penalty, and then he comes out and has the brain fart moment of icing the puck when he came out with an opportunity for a 3-on-2. So he's struggling. Marchand's struggling, and those are away from the play, away from a defender, just not on it. And then you combine that and layer that with solid defense, and the combination of the two makes us look like wet noodles. And I mean, I say that we're out shooting them 17-13. And I think in large measure we've had the balance of play. We're just not able to generate anything in and around the net. We need more touches in the box. Well, that was fun. That's who Tom Wilson is. And he's going to take a number. Trying to get an interference penalty. You're allowed to frame a guy off, but you can't disrupt too much, and then they're... Ooh. Fortunate. Could have been a lot... I just said that, what I was just about to say. Could have been a lot worse. Come on. Let's get one before... Yeah, I guess, Nick, we'll give it to him. Kachuk. McAvoy eats it. Somebody else on the forecheck can't get there. Line change, so that's going to happen. One man in on the forecheck. And hopefully this is where now you get it, and hopefully you get it the clear, but up the wall. Oh, and I didn't start the clock. Oof, side of the net. Trouble. Somebody clear, please. Matt Kachuk in and around the corner. Why? Theodore, you donkey. Like, him and Marchand almost shouldn't be playing. And this isn't because they're bad players. They're just not feeling it. And if you're not feeling it, get them off the fucking ice. Like, what was that back pass to your partner? You're trying to get it to your teammate to be able to do a breakout, have a look, hear a call, do a thing, and instead just a blind pass. Icing. So it'll go back into the offensive zone. This puck more than most, and usually they have a freezer or at least a cooler that freezes the puck so that it doesn't bounce as much. The icing, oh. There's time. There's still time. You can shoot it through the middle of the ice horizontally. You just can't shoot it the whole length of the ice. Deflection, that's a good one. Opportunities. Bouncing around. Put it on. Nice pass, I'll take that. Cross. Oh, just miss it to the right. We're swarming. Keep this line out there, Jesus. Nice little try. Tried to get a back pass. Boom! Oh, had the chance. Stone could have lined him up and put him into the box. All for it. Opportunity with pace. Nick Suzuki drag, deflection, and man down. Puck off the leg. That's an owie boo-boo. I've been trying, Em. I've been trying. So let me know if I got that one right that you were asking about for a rule to not shoot the puck in the middle. I'm seeing it again. That's the ice. So the icing again, the red line in the middle. If you're on your side of the red line, you can't shoot it into the all the way deep into the zone. You have to cross the red line. So normally where you see it is where players need a break. They're tired, they're exhausted, and or a missed pass on a breakout, and it just travels all the way down the ice, and so then the face-off comes all the way back into your own zone, and you're not allowed to change. Bad knees, yeah, sitting in that crouch position the whole time through. Hey, at least they got masks. Can you imagine that, like, there was a time when they played this game, and now granted they didn't have the sticks that they have now with the whippy shots and 100-kilometer-an-hour slap shots. 100-mile-an-hour slap shots, but that they didn't have masks. Like, I couldn't imagine. Wayne Gretzky, the greatest of all time. Normally in a hockey game, you get 30 shots is probably about the average. 28 to 32 shots, somewhere in there. Well, they said 13-7 on goal, and here we're 21-5. Parenko, yes, that's a good save. I mean, imagine you're Connor Hellebuck, and you're trying to look through that body to try and get it. It probably would have been wide anyway, but looking for a tip from Bo as well. But imagine being Connor Hellebuck, and you're staring through, trying to find where that little puck is there, and they're knocked down in front. McDavid, the top line out there, and I haven't even seen who the top line is now that they've changed. They put it back into Celebrity. I was waiting. The assault is on. Great play, just quick drawing back. Deflected, put it on. Complete the line change. Forecheck is on. Brad Marchand still getting ice time. And Quinn Hughes up to his brother, Jack. Dylan Larkin, defensive specialist, one of the best defensive forwards in the NHL. Detroit Red Wings. He just eats the puck up wherever he's at. He's sneaky good. He just shows up out of nowhere. Please don't score because I'm complimenting you. Sam Bennett. Big game Bennett. Drew Doughty, veteran. Tom Wilson. The talented goon. You're not expecting Tom Wilson to score. You're expecting him to smash bodies, protect your players, do all those sorts of things. Devontae's, that's a nice pass. Numbers. It's loose! Hammer that! I would have just blasted it, but that would have been the wrong decision. Couldn't control that pass, so he couldn't get the shot away. Taze and McDavid playing catch. Taze, McKinnon, leaving it for McDavid. Wheel. There it is! You should have gone far side and could take the rebound you had. Did he just give us an unsportsmanlike? What's Brady doing? Did Brady give us a power play? They won't in a big game. In a big game, they'll let the boys figure it out. But you've got one NHL official and one European official, and so you don't know what you're going to get here. And if you're the U.S., you want to drag it into the muck, right? Oh, the refs will get involved in a melee. If two players decide they're going to square off, they'll let them go until there's a potential injury. Oh, that was so close to going in. I just don't know why Makar didn't go far side. Back pass in deep, right hand side. Oh. I'm going to have to go outside and take a break between the second and the third. I'm struggling. Oh. Icing either. Serge Savard. If you're looking for good documentaries and you want to find one that's a fun hockey one, if you can find the Summit Series 1972, I mean that is the development of the Canadian identity, was that 1972 Summit Series. Canada plays 4 games in Canada, 4 games in the Soviet Union, back when it was the Soviet Union. And we put together, that's the first time that Canada ever put together a best on best lineup. Like, the Soviets are coming, we're going to put everybody we can out there. And we thought, oh, we've got all of our NHLers, this is like an all-star team. And we got blitzed. We got blitzed in Canada. And to the point that our players were apologizing to the fans for what was happening. Couldn't get through. Horvat, great defensive forward, a best face-off guy in the NHL, or up there anyway. Not really a big goal scorer. Just got a touch, so not get rid of the icing on that one. But watch the 1972 Summit Series, because I won't give it away, but they go to the Soviet Union and all the drama and the crazies. You continue to play without your stick. If it's broken, you can't pick it up, and so you're at least trying to do something until you can get to the bench. Because the only other option you have, Jed, is you're going to blast off to the bench, leave your team without a man for 10 seconds. They usually say it's best to keep it there. Another icing there, minute 51 left to go in the second. Oh. This is just all about us wanting the drama, right? 3 back-to-back wins in the playoffs for Canada, if we can pull this one off. Come on, right here. Scores! Woo! Was that Makar? Coming down the right side, puck just over Hellebuck's right shoulder, and we're back to 1-1. You fucking beauty. It was so Cale Makar. It's because I criticized him and said that he's considered in the running for the best defenseman in hockey right now, him and Quinn Hughes, and I do give the fate to Quinn, but this is gorgeous. Just all that space gives it to him. Defenseman coming in, a center back who can also score. That's basically what that is, and that is just a sexy shot right over the pad, just above the pad, tough to get to with the blocker. You know there's going to be a gap there. And it is a Still got work to do. Devin Tays. Oh, offside. That'll be an offside. Doesn't matter. Got frozen. Did you see that? I'll get back to you, Denise. Did you? That was a fun offside to watch because that gives you an idea that the efforts they try to make to stay onside is he's dragging his little foot to try and get it there and almost does the splits. Look at the space. 1, 2, 3. Who blew their coverage? That's that left. That's their left winger. Who was this? Okay, so 2 things. First off, stupid question. Icing. And icing, you can't. There's a red line in the middle of the rink. The concept is they don't want players just hoofing it down and chasing after the puck. It makes for a boring game. It's everyone's just lobbing it down the ice and then mass chasing it. So you have to build it through the middle. So if you shoot the puck down the length of the ice from your side of the red line, and you don't beat the other team there, it's an icing. It's loose. Oh. Ole, ole. I'll come back to overtime later. Ole. Oh no. And we still have remember 3 periods, not 2 halves. So we still have a third period to go here. We still have a whole third period. It's 3 20-minute periods. Oh. So hopefully the icing made sense. I can come back if it did. Overtime, I've looked it up here. It's 3-on-3. And with a shootout if they don't score after 20 minutes. And so instead of being 5 players versus 5 players, it's 3-on-3, which opens it wide open. And in 20 minutes, somebody will score. Oh, didn't even see it, and it hit him. That's just a position save. That was a sneaky shot. Pop this guy. Pop him. Step up. Loose. Somebody, Binnington, do a thing. He's out of position. 27 seconds left. I didn't start the clock. I don't care. I don't know what's going on. 19 seconds. Can I get a clear, please? Crossbar! It wasn't back post, was it? How did that stay out? Sometimes you hear that weird sound and it means it hit the back bar. No, double bar. 2 posts. Left, right, and left. Oh boy. Oh boy. 5 seconds left. Double post. 3 periods. Sudden death in overtime, yes. So, they don't call it sudden death because people got hurt. It's now called golden goal. Both bars, did you guys see that? Shot off the right bar, off the left bar, and we got a melee. Somebody grab Austin Matthews. Grab Quinn Hughes. Grab their best players. Charlie McAvoy, he's getting it because he went after for someone raised on foot. But see, well, it is a lot like rugby. How is the heart rate? I gotta go out and have a moment just to cool down. I'm so stressed out. Mark Messier celebrating that one. The Moose. Somebody reminded of the line that he was on. Mario Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky, and Mark Messier. Like, those are 3 names that I know for a lot of you don't know who they are. But that is just... And they're comparing them to the current line. I'm going to hit the reload button, see if there's anything that I missed on the chat. And if not... There's not. And I'll just say... the code of respect in rugby, like they smash into each other and then they separate, is still there. The only difference is the code in hockey allows for you to end up squaring off and saying to somebody, I want to punch you in the face, and the other person saying, let's punch each other in the face, and then they punch each other in the face. But if you watch, you'll see they'll tap each other after the fight, right? It's just part of the game. But I need to step outside and have a moment, and I will be back for what's going to be the longest 35, 40 minutes of my life. And then after that, I got to put a graphic up for Diandra and make sure that we can connect. And just nuts. Absolutely nuts. Welcome to hockey. Video's there if you wanted to click on that and watch the highlights of the previous one with the fights, and I'll be back. Once I get my phone so I can check what is going on. Oops. And we're back. Did I go to Timmy's? Yeah, I needed to grab myself a double-double. Two things that I wanted to say after thinking about stuff, and hope everybody's here to hear this. But I just wanted to also say thank you to you guys for being here for this one. I know it's no connection to hockey for you guys, sitting here supporting me in a moment of need, I guess. I was destined to watch this alone, 5 o'clock in the morning start, and boys who aren't into sports. And so I have to say thank you. I hope you guys are appreciating it and starting to understand the game. And if we make even a little bit of an understanding to watch a little bit of hockey down the road, and there's some new, at least minor connection to the game, that's always a good thing too. The second thing was I was outside going through the phone. Did you guys watch the... I must wondering if Wild and Free is still asleep or watching in a bar somewhere. Yeah, don't know where Bryn might be. Jason's here eavesdropping and a part of it all. It's just nice to have familiar faces to chat. Well, familiar names. To follow this epic battle. I mean, and there's no guarantee that we'll be around 4 years down the road. Whenever you get a chance for best on best hockey, you have to go for it. Best players in the game, strutting their stuff. Did you guys watch the Cheltenham Town highlights against Salford City? Down 2-1 with 4 minutes till the 90th, a minute anyway. And they make a substitution and they bring out a guy named Harry Ashfield. And he scores. You can go to Twitter and find that one. Maybe I'll put it in the link. Just so that you guys can have it. Craig Jones was the one who put it out there. And then they scored to get further away from the drop. Mr. Young. I'll grab the link and put it into the chat if I can. There it is. We'll put that one out there. There it is if you want to watch it. I'm watching it again. Just collects it, charges forward. Nobody comes out and gets him, so he goes forward, drives right into the 18-yard box and a left footer into the far side of the net, and then celebrates by pointing at the whole crowd as he's doing his rounds. Nice little piece of business. Already scored for Huddersfield. Huddersfield, I have only been to 4 stadiums of the 92. Huddersfield, one of them. Huddersfield, Wickham, the racecourse, and in Doncaster. 2019. Doncaster over Rochdale in League One, 5-1. Those are the only ones I've been there. So I'm just going to double check. Gold medal hockey game. Make sure I have it right that it is 3-on-3. 2026 Olympics overtime rules. 20-minute 3-on-3, sudden death, first goal wins, and if not, then they go... Oh, at that point there would not be a shootout. So they're just going to go 3-on-3 till time, but that's glorious. Longest 3-on-3 game in NHL history. Well, because they only play 5 minutes, so it's only going to be that long. I don't even know how long players have gone 3-on-3, because like 20 minutes of 3-on-3, you're dead. And if he does get to 3-on-3, the game changes because possession becomes so important. So if we end up into that situation, this is you'll end up watching defensemen holding on to the puck, standing behind the net, waiting for their forwards to change, giving them the puck. If they don't have an opportunity to enter into the zone, they'll pull it back. And even if they're in the offensive zone and they need a line change, they'll pull the puck out on their own. And so you see a lot of almost football player. And yes, but the substitutes become so important and so hard to do, Marty, 3-on-3, that you'll see center back kickabout while the forwards are running to the bench to try and make the substitute for everybody to come out. There's almost no whistles on 3-on-3. Goalkeepers, when they the goaltenders, when they stop the puck, if they stop it, they won't freeze the puck and wait for a whistle. They'll try to play the puck if they get the opportunity to keep the play moving forward and to get possession to their team. So you'll go long periods of time where the game will just flow. And it's usually a mistake or an odd man rush or something along that line. A player knocks the puck down and is able to advance it forward to somebody on a breakaway or on a 2-on-1. You normally don't see scrappy, ugly, garbage goals. It's clear chances. And I say that although Mitch Marner, when he scored the overtime goal against Czechia back in the quarterfinal round, that was him doing what you probably shouldn't do, but it worked. Is he saw a little bit of an opening between three players and he went through all of their stick handled his way through, and then backhanded at top corner and ended up sneaking out the win. The Ship and Anchor Pub in Calgary. Been there. Featuring on CBC anyway, showing the fans' reactions. Why did we randomly throw Sam Smith out there? Is that good luck because it came out yesterday? Do we need the chat that happened right before our fourth goal was is Sam Smith gonna come on so that we can go for the win, and when was that gonna come in? When is he gonna come in? And didn't need him. Oh, hi, bud.
I got something to tell you. I want to have an eyeball party.
An eyeball party?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. Come say hi. Put your clothes down. Come say
hi. Eyeball party means you dance around it.
An eyeball party means you dance around it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You won't be able to see everybody except because they're not there, but you can say hi. .4:45 Welsh time. Let me go back. You're going to make me count backwards. So 8:45 my time. That works. I'll make sure it's all set up. Did you have a good sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're watching hockey.
Somebody, a shadow.
The shadow tried to come down?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't have to be scared of shadows. They can't hurt anybody.
Yeah. But one shadow hugged me.
But one shadow hugged you?
Yeah.
That's really sweet. Denise says hi. Do you want to say hi to Denise?
Yeah. It is a shadow.
No, it's not a shadow. She's a real live person. Here, you can see she's got a picture in her profile. You can kind of see her face right there. See? And then Diandra says hi, young master.
Yeah.
You had a good sleep? You gonna go cuddle with mom and watch some TV?
No.
You need to change? Can you take care of that? Do it all yourself? Yeah.
Say hi to him.
Say hi to who? Nick said hi.
Yeah. Can I say hi back?
Yeah, you can say hi back. They can hear you through the microphone. They're listening to you right now. There you go. So we're gonna go back and I'm gonna watch a really important hockey game. Can I kick you out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you. You got your clothes? Make sure you close the door. Big stretch. See you, man. Oh, I'll throw these out in the hall. Can I get it? I did it. Love you. Subs are all good. Yeah, they'll play I was just saying, John. You'll see the game changes if it's 3-on-3. We're 5-on-5 right now. Third period still 5-on-5. 3-on-3 if there's no goals or if they're still tied. Just 1 second. I gotta get the clock set up. You'll see the game change because they'll try to maintain possession to allow for players to refresh, because you're looking at 45, 50 seconds is optimal for length of time for a shift. You don't want to, maybe even less when it's 3-on-3. And so you'll see a lot of, when you have possession, trying to maintain it to allow your players to just get off the ice and keep everybody refreshed. So it'll be a completely different type of game. But let's hope we can score one here. Macklin Celebrini, he's got some dance. Nice little back pass to the best player in hockey. And I hate saying that. I still don't like the guy. Giveaway. Interesting. Wilson out there with Celebrini. So they've got the big guy running shotgun with two of their offensive players. Come on, boys. I don't want OT. Let's just score one. Nothing there, so he's just got to lay it off for Tom Wilson, who's going to try and go and grab it. He tried to hit the mask, tried to go short side and sneak that in, bounce it off of him. Instead, it's going to get shot down and for an ice. That's an ice. We'll take that first shift. It's defensive and then goes full offense. So like what you're doing is you're trying 3-on-3 hockey. You're trying to manipulate an opening, and so and not get caught out where you're gassed trying to come back, because there's so many times that it's a turnover or a block, and then you're chasing somebody down, and if you're gassed, you're gassed. But yes, I will take 3. Put it to bed. Starts with 1. And another ice. I mean, if you're going to go for quality of play, I think we deserve it here, don't we? The managers almost always wear suits. Very, very, very infrequently do you see them scrubbing it. I mean, even when we were peewee, flipped up, loose puck, blockered away. You would go to like playoff provincial hockey games and you would be suited and booted. Makar. Devontae's blocker save, knock down, recycle, go again. Get a body in front. Mitch Marner, he's got dance, he's got ability. Oh, it's right there! No, how did you miss that with the open net? Oh, my word, he was right there. The puck was there, and he just missed it and slid it past through. How did that not go in? We go again. Oh, I don't want to look back at that and be like, that's a moment. Offside, Brad Marchand. Just across the blue line, ahead of the play. How? Devontae's... whack that! Hellebuck got back with it with his stick and back-heeled it away. The shaft of his stick, it was going in. Are you kidding me? That's save of the year. Crazy. How? That's like, I thought that he mishit that because it was ahead of him and it was a kind of a rebound. Like, I thought that he just angled that off. But he didn't angle that off. That was saved. Holy shnikes. We go again. The forecheck's working. And just as I say that, the Kachuks break it down. Uh-oh, he's got him beat. Oh, well done by Brad to be able to come around. Marchand did good defensive play on Little Hughes. No ice. That would have been an ice, but they made a play on the puck, and so that negates the icing call. Oh. Offside! You have the ability to replay and to like the VAR, the VAR, And an interesting one, sort of, if you want to consider it football, sort of like our... hold on. Is if you think there's an offside and it wasn't called on the ice, you can ask to go to the video replay to review it. And if you're right, they'll take it back. If you're wrong, you give a penalty for delay a game and you play a man short. So you better be sure if you're going to go to the VAR. Oh, deflection opportunity, and it just missed Seth Jarvis opportunity there. I get the feeling it's going to be somebody that you don't expect who's going to get it. Is that an ice? It does. God damn. It's all red, ain't it? It's all red. 12-4-3 record on the... Yeah, best regular season goalie, but he just never had it in the big game, but he's been doing it today, of course. Yeah, I wonder how you'd implement that into soccer, though. Like a yellow card's not strong enough, but you're not going to give a red card. That's too much. So what... Celebrini over to McKinnon. It's loose. Oh. Thanks, Thunder Bay. Tabernacle indeed. Offside, so he had to wait, and then he waited, and our defensemen got away from the blue line, pushed themselves deep, and so that allowed them to gain a free entry into the zone. All right, here we go. Celebrini gets it knocked off. Come on. We got numbers! We got numbers! Celebrini! Stop! 2 breakaways and we can't score! No! Thanks, RKO. I see you. Go again, go again. 33 shots to 17. Come on. I don't want this to be Connor Hellebuck, one Team USA gold medal. Garbage. 2 breakaways and a save on Devon Tays where he goes back with the paddle and gets it off the shaft of his stick to clear it. We go again. Look high. I guess it's Tom Wilson, not necessarily a guy in the open slot that you'd have to give it to. Right! I missed wide. Well done. Tom Wilson on the wall, saw that coming. Go back again. Eaten up. This is a game. And it's a lot better, at least when it's all us on the front foot. I don't have to worry about it coming the other way. But can we just get one? You do what you gotta do. And I haven't started the clock at all. I've been too involved in just watching this all boil down. I'll get to it. Well done. Bouncing puck collected. Turn it the other way on the forecheck. Let's go. Flipped up in the air. Collect it. Well done. No! Eked out an extra opportunity. Horvat with the turnover. Shot doesn't go in. Smash him. We're swarming. Eichel, he's got an open man. Oof. Break it. Giveaway. Kept inside the zone. Now we're starting to get worried. Tired bodies. You need a freeze or a clear. Red line and in. redlining and off the wall, soft. Well done, Tommy. Carries on with the forecheck, well done, Tom Wilson. Get off the ice. That's a shift, sir. Give you an assist if we score here. Come on. Oh, shot block. Oh. Everybody did the same thing. You can see everybody who stand up for the breakaway. I'm glad I don't have to be on with you, Diandra, for the women's match and can just chat in the background to potentially. Oh, my word. Is everybody just feeling it? Nervous? Chat's gone a little bit quiet. Oh boy. I know the one time, right, RKO? Actually locking in finally. Spent his whole career choking in big games. And he gets to a best on best tournament and says, hey, you know what? I got this. Devontae's interesting that Celebrini went for the shot there from the slot rather than trying to do a little bit more, because he did have free and clear. But I guess you, at the very least, you want to make sure you get it on goal, right? We cheated on the face-off, and so they'll redo it. Away team has to put their stick down first, then we follow, then it's dropped. Got to make sure that you got your feet in the right place. That one wasn't. 13 minutes. I don't like when the puck's on this side of the ice, so let's just clear it. Well done, Stone. Eats the puck up, controls. Taze. Mitchie Marner. Chase him down. Gets cut off by Quinn Hughes, and here comes the Americans. It's been the story of his career, Hellebuck. He was with a Winnipeg Jets squad team, not near the quality this year as they were last year, but one of the top teams in the Western Conference, and he just got smashed in the first round, and he played like garbage. His save percentage was probably a whole 5%, 7% below what you would normally want it to be. It just wasn't a solid performance at all. Brock Nelson down the right side into our zone. Let's get it cleared. Still on. Oh, get out. Carry, line change, you're all by yourself, Hagel. Do everything you can. Yeah, just hold it in the corner. Eat it up and let the troops try to get there in time. Almost. We'll take that. He's certainly up there. I think top 3. When healthy, Thatcher Demko is the best, but the problem is Thatcher Demko's got Kakache disease. For those that are watching that aren't Wrexham fans, that means he's made of glass. Nice little flick pass on. McKinnon, McDavid, Celebrini's there. Light man. He's there! Oh no! An open net missed on a deflected ricochet. We're going to lose this, aren't we? You can't have this many opportunities and not score. Pick up the late man, please. You can't have this many. God damn, Binnington. Oh, clear. That Nathan McKinnon is one of the best players of all time. Top 3 in the NHL. I didn't know Canada had their own LOB. He just dabbled it, and he's not Dobson. That guy can score. That's like if you were to say name 3 players on Team Canada that you would want in that opportunity, he's on that top 3. He's probably my number 2. On that wing, he's probably number 1. He scored a goal just like that with 36 seconds left in the semifinals with the keeper in there to just sneak it past the keeper. Like that's his wheelhouse. That's where he. Oh, yeah. We haven't had. It's been 5 minutes of straight time here. We're gonna go to overtime. Oh. Oh no. Well done to get a stick on it and knocks it right to the defender. Go for it. Oh, it would have been a glorious pass from Marner to Suzuki. Just missed it. Bad pass there. Can you get to it? No, can't get to it. Come on, Mitchie. Stone frames him off. Too many men. Too many men. He's playing the puck on the ice. If that's over there accidentally and you don't touch it, that's fine, but you can't be touching the puck when you've got too many men on the ice. That's because it's a gold medal game and they don't want to 8 minutes call make a call like that. It's loose! It's loose! It's still loose! It's a force field around the net. Go again! This is manic. This is manic. Binnington's not the same level as Hellebuyck, but Binnington has a gold medal from the Four Nations and a Stanley Cup, so I can't say he's a choke artist. Open. Oh, I just thought that was coming back on the rebound. And finally a whistle. We went a solid 6.5 minutes without a whistle. So we got to take a commercial break. How does Nathan McKinnon off the bar, wide open, Hellebuyck out of it? You wait until Wrexham makes the playoffs and goes to Wembley. Forget the pad stack, it's in every player's stack. Like it's the same level of craziness for like a game at Wembley. I mean, fair enough, Wrexham's been their fair share, probably more than most, but statistically that's a rarity. 92 teams, and you're looking for, what is it, 6 teams out of 92 make it there any given year? Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skaters. In regular season, in group play, that's a penalty for too many men on the ice. Like, you're allowed some leeway with the changes, but you can't play it. I can't. I mean, well, you see what I'm doing? My head's starting to... Oh, start the clock. "38 saves in a gold medal game. That's mad." And remember I said, like, if you can have a 90, 91, 92% save percentage, that's where you want to be. To have a 1-goal game here, 40 shots, almost 40 shots on goal. Oh, God. Okay, come on, Celebrini. With speed, McKinnon spinning. Backhand. Well, Bennett, he came at a penalty late. Against us, we were on the ground. He was just going after a rebound. You can't do this in a gold medal game. For the same reason you didn't give the power play the other way with the fucking too many men on the ice. Bennett's not intention there. What's the call? Oh, he got him. He's missing teeth. It's going to be a 4-minute power play. This is how it's going to end? Yeah. This is how it's going to end. Awesome. Yeah, okay, he got him. That's a penalty. Fuck me. High stick to the face, and it's 2-minute penalty, but if you draw blood, it's 4. He took his teeth out, so it's a 4-minute. We benefited from this in the semifinal. There was a high stick that was a clear high stick. So now we need a kill. Binner's got to be on it. Like, it's been all us for 30 minutes, and now they're going to get their... Fuck. It's going to be a long 4 minutes. Yeah, I thought they were calling him for a trip. I didn't see the high stick, and so I was losing my mind. But I mean, the same thing happened in the game against Finland with 2.5 minutes left, and they high sticked us, and it was a penalty, no blood, 2 minutes, but we scored 36 seconds left right at the end of the power play. And I mean, best players on the ice. Why is Quinn over there? Like, he knew that he was going to miss that back pass? Force field, thank you. Can I get a clear? Can I get a clear? Allow for the change. Well done. Well done. No shootout at all in the Olympics. It'll go 3-on-3, 20-minute intervals with intermissions after each interval until somebody scores. Get out. It's still a monumental task to get through. Oh, loose puck. Sorry, I can't even talk right now, and all I want is a clear. Just get the puck. Somebody clear. Block down. Clear. Out. Well, I'll take out. Line change. We get 2 off. So 2 refreshed. Clear. Trip. Get out. That's one where you can call to even it up. No, you're allowed subs on 3-on-3. High stick! Get off the ice, Bennington. Get off the ice. We're going to go back even. Hold on to the puck. Hold on to the puck. Let the clock go down so that we get longer power play. Hold on to the clock. Hold on to the clock. Keep it. Don't rush. Eat it the whole time. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Well done. The reason you're eating it there, so delayed pen, they don't call it. It's like playing advantage, right? So you saw Bennington go off the ice to give them a substitute, and the reason why we're eating it and playing catch with it is because we wanted their power play to go down as long as it possibly could to give us more time with the man advantage. So they're going to be at 42. They've got 2 minutes now up on the board, unless there's blood. 2 minutes. And so delayed pen, the other team has to touch the puck before they'll blow it down. Man, Bennington made a big save there. So that was a penalty for a high stick where they caught Horvat over on the boards. Man, that are 2 big saves. Jesus, Bennington. I missed those from Kachuk. We call a timeout. 0-3. No, we didn't. I would have been surprised if he called a timeout. So 49 seconds. Sorry, on the on their power play, and then we'll have 1 minute and 11 seconds. So the reason they were doing that was to take as much time off the clock so that we'd have more time at the end of the game. And so now 4-on-4, and then they'll be joined on a power play coming off the bench in 49 seconds. Come on, boys. $37. Don't let them score 4-on-4 either. Get to it, and then we'll have the advantage, and then that'll pretty much take us close to the end of the game if we can end up doing this. Quinn, no. He comes out. Sorry, I meant power play if I said penalty. Drop pass doesn't work. Go the other way. Beat him, McDavid. Holds up for support. 15 seconds. Celebrini dancing. Oh, he just missed that far post. Put across. Pass through doesn't get there. 5 seconds, and now we've got a 51-second power play. Or 1 minute and 11 on the power play. Yeah, no, we'll be there. 1.5 hours to go. Subject to... I don't know what to do if this goes 3-on-3 overtime all the way through. It won't. 3-on-3 won't last forever. It'll be... Can we just score now? Just score now. Nathan, score now. Oh my word! Glorious opportunity. Hold it. Good. Makar. Come on. McDavid. Makar. McKinnon. No, he's not going to take it. Through. Can't get it to Celebrini. 34 seconds on the power play. And then we're going to go back to 5-on-5 with 1.5 minutes left in this. McKinnon. Oh! And we still hold 15 seconds. Find one late. McKinnon, Celebrini's there in the slot. There it is! Oh, he missed it! Oh, no, Max! This game is nuts after Ipswich and this one. And then we've got hardware with Cardiff City and Wrexham. Yeah, it's next. Definitely next goal wins now. "48 seconds. Last shot." Oh, and I should have said that because there's certainly a rush that can go down the other way. Chipped away, cleaned up by the U.S., dumped into the far right. Drew Doughty, great call. I'll tell you when the result occurs. The 2010 one was better because it was more back and forth. The Americans were better in that one. This one, I think the Canadians have dominated the balance of play. We're unfortunate to be going into overtime. Where that one, both teams punched each other in the mouth over and over and over again. This has been crazy and insanity because we can't score. So we're going to go 3-on-3, 20 minutes at a time till somebody scores. The dynamic will change a little bit. I'm going to take a moment. I'm still here. I'm going to look at the chat and follow along. But I've got to get the link up for the match. I was going to be doing it at about this time, and I just want to make sure that we get it all set up. So I'll be doing that in the background while we... Basically, I'll just follow the chat, so feel free to chat with me while we do this. As you guys get to see how long it takes to actually put this whole process together. Oh, Steve. Thanks, man. Much appreciated on the memberships. I wonder if there's anybody who's not a Wrexham fan who normally follows along, or doesn't follow along, who's watching us in the background. Like button's down below. I haven't even looked at the numbers. It's not why we're doing this one. And we're the home team, even though it's at the Rodney Parade. Adran Tropy. Trying to get my win back. And I can get that back and look at the chat. 4 of the last 7 games in the men's Olympic. How's the heart? I'm struggling, I'm not going to lie. My God, it's more I'm giving myself a headache here. No, Stephen. No, Stephen. No. It means too much. RKO. For those that don't know, Freebird is the American goal song. And it's and annoying. And also I heard it on the radio in Canada yesterday, and it made me swear I will never listen to that radio station ever again. I might go and have to get a beer. Finals of the Adran Tropy to follow this one. Cardiff City. Chance. What's going on here? What's going on here? Go sit in the truck. Yeah, Gennaro Adran Tropy. I just put Adran Tropy. Do I need to give the advertisers? And it's on Scorio. I'll put the link in the description. I gotta find the link. Wrexham, Cardiff City, Scorio, live football, English commentary. I'll just. Would it be offensive if I just put the English commentary link? I hope not. What time is it? It's starting at 9:10 Pacific. 2 breakaways. They went post. Binner made a big save at the end. Like it's been crazy. Best game I've ever watched, says Bieksa. I don't know if to me it doesn't top the 2010 one in Vancouver, because that had so much excitement and both teams were really punching each other back and forth. Like that one you felt was 50-50 the whole way through here. This one, I think Canada's had the balance for whatever. It has no value, but I think that they've had control. And Cassie Campbell saying the same thing. I need to have a nap because I'm emotionally exhausted. I'm the same. So this should be all good. Quinn Hughes, by the way, the U.S. defenseman that I've been talking about. The thing about him is he's shifty, like at next level shifty for the NHL. He's the best in the world, and his possession and his passing is unheard of. He will play nonstop and will just eat the puck. That's what he'll do. And the link should be up for the women's match. I'll make a deal with you. You say that after you've already taken the women's, though. You've already taken the women's. Overtime goal, America, the U.S. beats Canada in overtime for the women. It's our turn. You got to share. That's how this works, right? Get the clock set up to the studio and set it all up. I do think he's the best defenseman in the NHL, and I know everybody in Canada says Cale Makar because they have to, and yes, he's won a Norris, and so did Hughes, but I mean... can't do it. Strategic sick day on a Monday, but I am going to need a hell of a nap. Do we do this for the World Cup? Do you guys want to do this for the World Cup? Because I can't do all the games, but I mean, I'm not going to go to all of them. Do we pick a team, and we just connect and let people show how to do this, and we just run watch-alongs and we all get together whenever we get the chance? Yeah, it's a better team in Wales, right? And yeah, no Captain Canada to score the winner. He got the game winner in 2010. That goal, if you ever wanted to watch it, him yelling Iggy, Iggy, Iggy to Jerome McGinley to get the puck pass and beat Ryan Miller short side, was something else. I'm trying to get everything set up. I thought that was how it was going to end, the 4-minute penalty. What am I doing here? Adran. Pretending my Guinness is coffee. So you're making me want to go downstairs and grab a beer. Maybe I just go and get a beer. 7:40 in the morning, have a crack one. I'm doing it. Had to be done, right? No judgment. Stop it, RKO. You're gonna make me not like you anymore. I'm joking. And I agree with you, Steve. They have been out. Oh. They're talking, is this the greatest level of hockey that we've seen? I can agree with that, just because it's a different game than it was in the 80s and the 90s, right? Four-year BX has just hit the big note. Like, this is 4 years of being able to consistently chirp that the US beat Canada or Canada beat the US, right? 4 years. Oh, stop. It's gonna be nuts. It's the third period. I don't. Oh my god. Oh, and that's the other thing that they just talked about here in the headset that I didn't identify. Hellebuck and Binnington hate each other, the opposing goalkeepers, and so that's just going to make this, like, there's so many stories in this. Teammates that are going to go back and then play together. Gretzky wouldn't be the same. It's still too fast. He was quick and he had the vision. He would have been still a playmaker, but I mean, just different athletes, right? Just different level. Okay, I'm almost got everything all set up here. Customization, live chat replays, subscribers, 1 minute, add the trailer, and we should be good for that to be set up, and I can then crack my beer and try to adjust myself for what's going to be absolutely nuts. I'm trying everything. Finland was solid, and to be fair, outside of that initial hiccup that they had in the group game, and you think smaller country dedicated to hockey, though that core won the World Junior Championship, which is typically dominated by Canada and the US, Russia when they were playing or allowed to play, but they won 2 World Juniors. And those kids are now all playing together, and so the Finland's got a good core group, right? That can compete. So, goalie fight at the end would make this game even more epic. Everybody runs on the ice, and you see Binnington and Hellebuck separating from the celebration. I mean, you're gonna see a yard sale whenever the goal happens. You're going to see just an absolute yard sale of sticks and skates fly. And then you've got to go through the pain for the losing squad of watching the other team celebrate, staying on the ice, reflecting on what happened, then shaking hands, and then stand on a podium and get your silver medal, and then listening to the other team's national anthem. If they stop beating on Ukraine, yeah. Save the best for last? I don't know, RKO. Man, that beer tastes way too good at 7:45 in the morning. Yeah, that's not hockey culture. And it's the same as like rugby, sort of like there's an expectation, but it's tough. I thought it was shocking that there were, when the Canadian women lost, they weren't happy getting their silver medals. Well, no shit. But there was criticism from south of the border of how they responded, and nobody was petulant. But they were not happy. They got their silver, and they looked at their stupid stuffed toy, and they weren't happy to receive silver, nor should they be. They wouldn't be competitors if they were satisfied with the fact that they won a silver medal. And as long as nobody gets into like a crazy stick swinging incident or goes completely losing their mind, I expect people to be heartbroken, pissed off, unhappy. and showing it shows that they care. So there will be nothing critical of me, again, subject only to somebody going completely sneaky and like headhunting somebody after the match. But you don't expect that, and that's why it wouldn't be okay. Steven, no shot. I'm hitting the gym tomorrow at 5 a.m. Where is it 5 p.m. now? They're showing the Mitch Marner goal. Yeah, that whole... So Greece, Athens, down to Cairo, Egypt. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Works for me. Yeah, it's the perfect summary. You win a gold and you win a bronze. You lose for silver. I'm going to call... I've got two that I think could score for Canada. I could see Sam Reinhart because it's just... And to be fair, I don't remember... Or Sam Bennett, sorry. Sam Bennett score one just because it'd be weird. But I think I'm going to go with Macklin Celebrini. Announces himself on the world stage with the big one. Man, that McKinnon shot... Right? It was a really good hockey game that the women put on. They are starting to increase physicality in the women's game, so I'm curious as to how far they're going to go as we're back. Bennington now doing everything. Like I said, 3-on-3, the game's going to change a lot from what you saw if you're not familiar with hockey. Bedford United Church, and they're all watching. I love this. CBC showing the watch party where they're all at church. That's awesome. So the game's going to completely change now. This is now a possession game. U.S. has, I would say, more of an advantage than Canada does with Quinn Hughes. He's a human vacuum of the puck. He distributes exceptionally well. When he's on the ice, there is a problem. And we're going to have to counteract that with our breach of the matrix player in Connor McDavid, who's just all pace. So no shootout after 20. They're going to play 3-on-3 till they die or somebody scores. Jones and Harvey are in the lineup for the Wrexham Women against Cardiff City in the Trophy. Good stuff. And hopefully they end this thing in an hour. Oh, and Sadler's on the bench. Okay, hold on. I don't have my stuff up. Oh, this won't last long. 7 minutes max. And watch, I jinxed it, but got trigger happy. McKinnon, McDavid, and you can see the face-off a little bit important. You know how important possession is. So like this, a face-off at center ice never an issue, but here it is. 43 white's the guy that you got to look for. 97 red, and they win the draw, and they're gonna get it back. Oh, we got it back. All right, possession matters. Slow playing, looking for opportunities. Drop pass so you can keep the pace up, and you give it to the fastest guy on the ice and say, "Stop me." And he whiffs on it. And now he's up 2-on-1. This is what you're going to see. Back and forth. Quinn Hughes. Drop pass. Trouble. Holy Bennington. Big glove save. Now we're going to hold and change. Why did you go, McKinnon? Why did you go? Why did you... Well done. Eked out of... Why did you go? Jesus. This is nuts. Oof. He had a heart attack moment on that one, looking over his shoulder into the back of the net to see if it got past him because he knew he didn't get into his glove entirely. Win a draw. Now does Horvat get off the ice? He does. He's just going to come out for face-offs. And now we're going to skate out of the zone and get possession. And this is what it's going to be. Celebrini and Marner. Pace through the middle of the ice. Now they'll skate and look for somebody to blow coverage. Oh, you had him on the right-hand side if you would have got it instead of the shot. And then they give it up. Love that, love that, love that. Possession matters, possession matters. We will talk about the lineup. Diandra's got feels going on right now. It is a trophy game. Do you think that matters? Pull an Ipswich and breach. Stick of the captain. Line changes. Everybody's refreshed. McDavid says, giddy up and let's go. Oh, just lost it at the end. Come on. Oh no, 3-on-1. You gotta get there, you gotta get there, you gotta get there, you gotta get there, you gotta get there. Ah! I saw it. Left the defenseman high and dry to have to go back and try and get to it, and he couldn't get there. Thought he had the opportunity on the extra steal, and then just a little flick and too late coming back. And that's how these 3-on-3s work, is you just wait until you get that opportunity. We outpossessed, outplayed, outmanaged, lost the fucking game. Thanks for joining me, guys. I don't have much more to say. That one's going to suck for a bit. 4 years, probably. Don't even know who scored. Just saw the puck loose down. Oh, easy, Jimmy. Just saw the pucks loose on the right-hand side. And the only opportunity we had was for the defenseman to get there first. He got there. But on the forecheck, and we still couldn't get back in time. It was free, wide open, nothing Binnington can do. Yeah. That sucked. Okay. I'm going to probably depart. No reason to sit and watch the U.S. collect its gold medal. I'll shut her down. It's 7:54 my time. Diandra, we're 45 minutes away, and I'll see you on video. And hopefully we can watch Wrexham rescue this one. Win some hardware. Four wins, 2 losses, best on best. I guess that's not bad for Canada, but it's just not enough today. Not enough today. Sucks. Oh, it was Jack, was it? Thanks, John. I was expecting it to be Quinn, his brother, that did the job, but it is what it is. Fucking bullshit. Okay. I will see you guys in 45 minutes. Link should be up. You can continue to chat there or here, wherever. And Diandra and I will be with you guys momentarily.